The deep life protocol. The deep life protocol. Escaping the shallows of modern existence to build a legacy of impact and depth. The deep life protocol. That is what I want us to think about and talk about philosophically on this week's episode of MindShift with MinistaMike. The deep life protocol. Most of the life we live nowadays is obviously in the shallows. We live most of our lives in the shallows, and that is something I want you to take some time to think about. You have access to all the information in human history, yet you feel like you know nothing. You have thousands of followers on social media or thousands of contacts on your mobile device, yet you feel entirely unseen, as if no one even cares about you. You work 8 to 10, some people even boast to work 16 hours a day, but when you look back at the year, you have built absolutely nothing of substance that can make your name to be written in history as somebody that has lived. This is what I call the defining sickness of our generation. This is the defining sickness of this modern society that we find ourselves. We are living horizontally, all right? We skim through articles. You just pick a book and you skim through it. We watch 15-second clips of skits and reels. We have surface level conversations even when we are physically present with people. We bounce from one tiny object to the next. We treat life like an endless buffet where we only ever take a single bite of each dish that life has served us. We never savor what we have in front of us. It's like we are rushing somewhere and we get nowhere. When you live in the shallows like this, you are busy. Yeah, obviously you are busy, but you are not effective. It's as if nothing is really getting your fulfillment going. If you spend your entire life digging 100 1-foot holes all around, you will exhaust yourself, but you will never ever strike water until you focus your energy to dig one hole until you reach water. See, there is this illusion of breath. The illusion of breath, and that is the proposition I want us to think about this week. See, society as we know it sells us a very specific proposition, a very specific packaged product that the society is selling us, and it is that more is better. The more you do, the better. The more you have, the better. The more you have of things, the better. More experiences, more tabs open on your laptop, more options, more of this, more of that. But this theory is fundamentally flawed. And that is the basis of this video this week. Breadth without depth is just chaos. Breadth without depth is just chaos. When you spread your psychic energy across hundreds or thousands different shallow inputs, entropy takes over. All right, entropy takes over. Your mind becomes what I call a fragmented mirror, incapable of reflecting, incapable of deep thought, incapable of deep observation, incapable of reflecting a clear image. You're shallow, everything is everywhere. See, true self-evolution requires you to stop expanding outward and start digging downward. It requires the courage to say no to 1,000 good things so that you can say yes to one profound thing that will resonate till eternity. See, I want you to think about the archetypes of history, the philosophers, the builders, the true masters of history, they did not live in the shallows. They retreated into the depths so that they can master their craft. They retreated into the depths so that they can confront their vulnerabilities. They retreated into the depths so that they can synthesize something that is permanent, so that they can bring together something that is lasting, something that impacts generation beyond the immediate, something that you and I are still using till today. We refer to their wisdom. We go into the books to check what they said thousands, sometimes millions of years ago, so that we'll be able to gain wisdom. That did not come from living in the shallows. It come from depth. And that is the depth that I am recommending to you this week. See, to escape the shallows, you have to completely restructure how you engage with reality. You have to completely restructure how you engage with current reality. You need to implement the deep life protocol. You need to implement what I call the deep life protocol, and it rests on three main pillars. That is what I want to share with you now. Number one is deep work. You have to embrace deep work. You must dedicate at least 2 to 4 hours every single day to uninterrupted, high leverage focus. Something that will take your time, something that will involve your mind, something that will equip and demand your soul. No phone, no quick checks. See, deep down into the dive of your soul. Whether you are building a business model, you are coding, you are writing a 400-page book that codifies your life's philosophy, it cannot be done in 15-minute increments, all right? It cannot be done in 10 minutes here and there, or 25 minutes. You have to go deep. Depth requires sustained pressure. You cannot deep a kilometer-long hole by just doing it 15 minutes here and there. You have to focus deep. Digging deep requires focus and time. And number two, deep play. See, stop scrolling as a form of rest, all right? It doesn't recharge you. It numbs you. True rest requires engagement. Read a challenging physical book, lift heavy weights, engage in a hobby that requires extreme presence. See, if your rest doesn't demand your attention, it is just another form of distraction. You need to go deep. When you play, when you rest, be deep in anything you do. Do it deeply. And number three, deep connection. Deep connection. Trade your network for a circle. All right. A network is transactional. A circle is vulnerable. You need an environment where you can strip away the branding, where you can strip away the vibe, where you can strip away the ego, where you can drop the performance, and where you can engage in the brutal, beautiful truth of who you are actually becoming. I understand networking, but you have to learn how to connect deeply by building a cycle, by building a cycle of men, by building a cycle of women that will help you have what I call deep connection. Remember, deep work, deep play, and deep connection. And now, going into your legacy. See, the shallows are comfortable, all right, because they are easy. You never have to face the void. You never have to ask yourself terrifying question, what am I actually doing with my life? You never have to ask those questions. But comfort is not the goal. Comfort is not the goal at all. Comfort is not what you are focusing on. Impact is what you are for. See, your legacy will not be defined by how much you consumed. It will be defined by the depth of what you created. So stop wading in the waters. Stop wading in the puddles while the ocean of life is waiting for you. And this is the deep protocol that I'm recommending to you this week. Thank you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.